Hello YouTubers, Matthew Williams here, just to bring you a little bit of information about the crop circles and what's going to be going on this year. It's always a bit interesting when you think of something and then suddenly it happens, and something like that has sort of happened. I was thinking, wouldn't it be good to get some TV people on board to do some circle making stuff this year and show them how the circles are really made. And no less than 4 productions are actually taking place that are going to feature man-made circles and are going to show the circle makers actually out there doing their stuff. Hopefully one of them is going to do it under absolute real nighttime conditions. No lights whatsoever. It's going to be done in complete darkness with infrared cameras, which is the way it should be. And they're 4 productions. And I did say to one of the researchers, I'm not going to tell you which TV channels they're with at the moment, because obviously we're going to get the crop circle lunatics ringing them up going, no, we don't want you to do this, and no, the aliens really are there, and you can't go making documentaries with circle makers, stop it. So we won't sort of give them that hassle by telling you who the TV channels are. But it's interesting, I was speaking to one of the researchers and I said, well, you know what's going to happen now, don't you? Now you're doing these programs, anybody you contact, circle researchers that is, anyone you contact who knows that you're going to be working with circle makers will say, we're not going to speak to you if you been involved with circle makers and you're going to be doing a documentary with them. And that's already happened. I was told, yes, the circle researchers had said they weren't going to get involved if the documentary makers spoke to circle makers. So they told them to get stuffed. So that's quite nice, because at least we won't have to have these dumbasses in the documentary, which will make life a lot easier for everybody watching. So we're going to have quite a bit of an interesting year by all accounts. They're going to be, the challenge is that one of them wants to do a very large circle. We're talking very large circle. And negotiations are in place at the moment for seeing whether a field can be obtained and whether conditions would be right for actually doing that. I'm kind of hoping that details of this can be kept secret. With a TV crew being present, usually, they're there in the day and people kind of get a hint that, it probably is man-made. Even though it's going to be a big one and it's going to be very, very impressive, it's still going to be kind of hard to keep it secret, I think. Now, what I'd really like, and I'm going to be pressing for and trying to impress upon people, is, maybe what they should do is keep it completely secret and do the filming at night and then disappear, and if they come back to film in the day, try and make themselves look like they would just happen to be there and, heard this big circle had appeared, and we'll keep it completely secret so that all the loonies, all the little nutters, who call themselves researchers, will, and that doesn't go for everybody, by the way, not all crop circle researchers and nutters, but, I think the higher proportion of numbers are. But anyway, hopefully they'll keep the details of this circle being made a secret, and then we can reveal a little bit later on in the year that this circle was made specifically for television, and we can see which of the excellent quality, high quality researchers were able to tell the difference, because they always say they can tell the difference. So now we're actually going to put that to the test, hopefully, and we'll see whether they can tell the difference. And we're going to have about 4 circles, hopefully, 4 circles which are going to be done in secret, I'm hoping. And so we'll just see which ones the circle researchers want to lay their reputations on the line for. And I'm hoping that we actually see the truth of the subject come out this summer. There are quite a few more circle makers who are prepared to go on camera and talk about their making circles, so it will prove, because I do tell people there's a lot of circle makers out there. It's not just the guys from London, who call themselves circle makers. It's not just them, and it's not me. In fact, I've kind of almost nearly stopped completely. I have done for a few years, and so where are all these circles coming from? They're not coming from me, and they're not really coming from the guys in London, because they kind of disbanded in 2000. Okay, they are taking part with some of these documentaries this year, but most of the circles are actually coming out from a whole different team of people, a whole different bunch of people that none of you have ever seen and didn't appear in the Circlemakers documentary. This is a whole new bunch of people, and most of you will never have seen them, don't know their names, have no idea. You could be standing next to them in a crop circle conference and you would not know they were Circlemakers, and they probably will want to keep it that way by being anonymous in these TV programs. So they might have to do something like block their faces out a little bit and maybe change their voice. But I think we're going to get some interesting news stories coming out of this summer, and put forward the truth of the subject, which is as we've been trying to do for a long time. So we'll see which way the cards fall, whether the TV companies are kind of hedging it on the fence or whatever. But I dare say you're going to hear a number of the crazy believer parties coming out with the usual stuff. I've been working hard with the researchers to try and impress upon them of the fake research of Dr. Levengood, who isn't actually a doctor, and the fake Professor Glickman, who isn't really a professor, and all these people that put themselves forward as the experts and come out with these amazing claims about bent nodes and microwave damage and all this sort of stuff. We're going to bat that back straight into their court, and we're going to say how these things are done, why those effects are there, and we're going to lay it bare. So it would be quite interesting to see how many people are still coming up, and saying, oh yes, but the microwave damage, and Dr. Levengood, you see, and all the brilliant research and all the wonderful stuff. And it's like, yes. So we will just see how many people are relying on that crap research this year. Won't it be funny? Yes. So keep your eyes peeled, and we'll let you know more about exactly when these documentaries are going to be on. And of course, we would of course hear people saying that this is some sort of government disinformation campaign now. The television companies have been put up to this because they work for them. And they obviously want to disinform about the truth of the crop circle phenomena. And it's like, okay, right, well, whatever. If you want to believe that, then fair enough. But hopefully the demonstrations of which circles are being made, and they're going to be pretty big, impressive circles. So hopefully it'll be enough to put paid to any ideas that people can't make circles this year. It won't stop the researchers. They'll just carry on as normal, as they always have done. They'll just ignore the fact that these television programs have been made, and they'll still carry on doing lectures going, oh yes, but they were nothing like the real ones. Which real ones are they then? Well, the real ones, yes, but which ones are they? Well, the real ones. Yeah, I know, you keep on saying the real ones, but I'm asking you specifically, name me the real ones. Oh, well, I'm not going to be pushed into a corner by you. Oh, yeah. As they do, but we shall see. We shall see what happens. It's going to be quite interesting. I'm hoping we can keep this a secret. Obviously the fact we're doing it, I'm revealing to you now. But I said that anyway at the beginning of the year. But isn't it interesting how you kind of think, this year we really need to get out there and get some circles made with TV companies, and and do something properly to kind of show this the way it really is, and show these researchers for the way they really are. And lo and behold, it's going to happen on quite a large scale. So isn't that good? Thank you. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you soon.